Today we're gonna investigate that horrible pile of bones that we saw, but first, we gotta investigate this pile of new enemy.
Uh-oh.
This is a Phoenix, and they're not quite as interesting to fight as they are to look at.
Oh.
They just open up their tail and then you dodge the fire, and then you whip onto their tail thing.
I get it. It's kind of like Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Phoenix and Furnace combined. I'm not really sure what they were trying to go for with that.
That's kind of clever.
But Phoenixes are already like fire birds.
Yes, they are.
So it's a little unnecessary.
It's a combination of Phoenix and Fur?
Maybe? I don't know.
They didn't look furry.
No,
They look
maybe
feathery.
a little bit. But yeah, definitely more feathery, as most birds are. Oh, actually, I suppose I should have mentioned it, but
Okay.
just now we noticed another like minor ability of the whip, in that it can take out all the same enemies that the slingshot can take out.
Oh, okay.
So that's stuff like, well, frogs when they're in this when they're just floating around for one, but also vultulas and bats. And that's pretty good because it doesn't have ammunition,
Yeah.
and you can attack with it more rapidly.
It's a lot shorter range, though.
Yeah, that is true.
Hmm.
Whoa,
What?
that was a real ambush.
Oh,
Uh,
very nice. I see what you did there. Because, like, ambush and the plants are... yeah. I got it. It was good.
Okay, I'm glad. Although that was like a ceiling plant, and I guess bushes can't really grow on the ceiling.
Stalag bush. Thank you. I'm here all night.
It wasn't even a pun, but
No, it was very bad. Sorry. I've just been sitting here feeling sorry, like embarrassed for myself. I still don't know the difference between stalactites and stalagmites.
I don't know either.
Yeah. One of them's on the ground, one's on
Yeah.
the ceiling.
You got the right
It's
one
like-
at least.
That's all you need to know.
Oh no, wait, you just said Stalag Bush, so it doesn't even... If you'd said...
Well, the important thing is I tried.
Yeah. Gold star.
Thank you.
I'll let you in on like a super cool way to know which is which.
Okay.
Stalagmites are the one that grow out of the ground because they stand mightily.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
right.
Okay, that's good.
Oh no.
Oh,
Ah,
what?
yes.
Aha!
I like how after you dodge them, they sort of fiddle around with their front legs.
Oh, I missed.
Could have gotten them. If you get caught by a Vultula, what happens is they sort of like attach themselves onto you, and then you have to wiggle the Wiimote and nunchuck to get free. But the thing about that is that you lose stamina while you're doing that. So it's very well possible that after that you'll immediately fall off the vines.
Well,
What's worse is that after you knock off the Vultula, they'll still be on the wall, so they can just catch you a second time.
that really should just kill them. That's
Yeah, you
it's not
just
great.
want to take care of them as quickly as possible.
Vultula are always annoying, like no matter what Zelda game they're in.
Yeah, that's right.
Every time I play Ocarina of Time and I come up to Vultula, it's just like, I get this slingshot.
Ah, God. Well, shit.
Well,
Now how are we gonna get the key?
we did a good job. We did the best job we could do. But
Yep.
that's all we got.
Guess we might as well go home.
Yep.
I mean, it's not like it's not like the imprisoned could ever get to Skyloft, so we're gonna be safe anyway.
Yeah, it's can't fly. It's not like it's got wings.
No, it's not. So, well, like, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah. learns to teleport or something. Ah.
But I guess we might as well go check out
Yeah.
the bottom of the temple anyway.
Oh, hello.
Hello, it's time for a new enemy. These are the cursed bokoblin.
They don't look very happy.
No, they try to grab you, and also, if you pull out the sacred shield while you're facing them, they get a little scared.
That is cool.
Yeah. The frustrating thing about these guys, though, is that they can only be killed with the finishing move, and if you just try to do anything else, they'll just get back up after you knock them down. What? No!
Oh dear.
No hugs.
I remember getting to this part of the game, like I'd played it all the way up to this point, and I was like, man, I'm not running to like any zombies. Are there zombies in this game? And then I was like, oh, there they are.
Yep. No re-deads or anything, though.
No.
Not yet, at least.
I'm not exactly sad about that.
No, re-deads are pretty spooky.
I hate redeads.
So the Cursed Bokoblin can actually apply a status effect to you. This one, as a matter of fact.
No.
This is the Curse status effect, and it makes it so that you can't use your sword or your shield. I'm waving the Wiimote and Nunchuck around with great force right now, and it's not doing anything. But thankfully it doesn't last very long.
I wonder if they'll ever like add more status effects into Zelda.
Maybe. Because like
Maybe.
the only ones in this game are Curse, Fire, or On Fire, and Being Shocked.
Yeah. And being shocked, is it really a status effect?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really last very long. Being on fire is a bit more like a status effect because it lasts a little bit longer, but then the curse is like an actual status effect. And it's funny because people actually often call Zelda like an RPG, and it kinda is.
Not really, though.
But not really, yeah.
No.
And if they added more status effects in, then it might be a little bit more RPG-like.
I think that Zelda is not an RPG by virtue of having a very limited and specific inventory.
Yeah.
Like, there's not an item wasted in Zelda, and whereas in most RPGs you get a lot of like fodder, and your inventory is very iterative. Like, you keep getting better stuff over and over.
That rupee was much better than the last one you drew. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know what? I'll never get tired of seeing Link like pick up a bomb that like the fuse starts to go and he just puts it in his pocket.
Yeah.
I'll save this for later.
Maybe the pocket is insulated with something wet, and that kills the fuse.
Wait, doesn't that mean that inside Link's pockets are like constantly wet?
Well, it's a bag, so it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's a bag made of cloth, so yeah, his pockets are probably still wet. But
oh, gross.
gotta find a way to blow up that rock. Maybe it's in that big scary face.
Maybe. More than likely.
It's strange how like the like bottom of the ancient cistern is supposed to be something that just, I guess, happened because it's kind of an evil place because it's like super old and dilapidated.
Yeah.
But they have all this stuff like the super scary faces everywhere.
So yeah, it didn't just happen. It's almost like they built an evil temple and went,
Well,
no, I don't like this. Let's build something better on top.
yeah. So the thing you're supposed to do is you're supposed to turn off that waterfall, then go back and make the beetle take the bomb through the mouth where the waterfall was.
Yeah.
The problem is if you upgrade to the tough beetle, you get more than enough time to just have the beetle take it around. So you don't even have to stop the waterfall from flowing if you have the tough beetle.
I like that you flew past Link and you can see him like looking at the beetle, like concentrating.
You can also see him adjusting his steps sometimes.
Oh, I don't want to mess this up.
It's good.
It is interesting that some people consider Zelda to be an RPG, even though it really it isn't. But then you kind of get into the conversation about like, well, what is an RPG?
Yeah.
Because RPG is a role-playing game, and you do play a role. But then, like, that's true of every game.
Yeah.
You play a role in every game. So is every game technically an RPG? Who knows?
While we're going into that, I always think it's weird that stuff like, I don't know, maybe like The Witcher, is considered an RPG, or that is what an RPG is now, because
Yeah.
Garrett is like a pre-made character.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it is a little bit strange because people seem to consider RPGs to just be like, oh, it's a game where there's lots of like stat management.
Yeah.
And you go with like party members and stuff, and that's what an RPG is. But then it's like, well, yes, but like RPGs are also supposed to be like, it's about making your own character.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Just by the way, we just saw that the Cursed Bokoblin can be knocked out with a single Skyward Strike, which is neat.
That is good.
And it like thematically makes sense, but the problem is
Yeah.
the Skyward Strike takes so long to charge up, it's not really worth the effort. But
I
yeah,
always...
okay,
Go on. Yeah, no, go on.
Oh, what I was gonna say is that like Zelda 2 is probably the closest the series got to being an RPG.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that has like actual
Definitely.
numbers and there's different ways you can upgrade. Yeah.
What I was going to say is, I always thought it was weird that you can charge the Skyward Strike indoors. Because I always kind of felt like the Skyward Strike's like something where like the sword needs to be like in an open environment, like you need to be able to see the sky.
I guess it's really more like you point it towards the goddess
Yeah.
to give you power.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, definitely not too suspicious about this rope,
Nope.
so we should definitely climb it
Yeah,
later.
entirely agreed. We're actually gonna climb it right after we open up the shortcut. What's worse is it's not even a rope, it's a spider thread.
Oh, good. Yeah, so then we should definitely climb it.
Absolutely nothing that could
Here
go
we
wrong
go.
right now.
See, it's fine. Oh, wait.
Oh, it's actually not fine at all. So, get this, right? The ancient cistern is actually based on an old, or it draws heavy inspiration from an old Japanese story called The Spider's Thread.
Okay.
Which was written by a man called, and I just know I'm gonna horribly butcher this,
Go on.
Runosuke Akutagawa, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, and the story, to sort of summarize it, it's about a Buddha named Shakyamuni who is walking around in paradise, and one day he comes across a pool of water through which he can see hell.
Okay.
And there's a man in there called Kandada, and the Buddha can just see that, like, Kandada never did a good thing in his whole life, except for once, when he didn't kill a spider that he could have killed.
Okay.
So the Buddha takes that spider and takes a thread from it and lets it down into hell. And then Kandada can climb up through that thread, but then he sees all the other people in hell trying to climb it too. And then he's like, oh no, you stupid people, stop climbing it or it'll break. And then the thread does break, but only after he says that, because he is like he only cares about his own salvation and not
okay.
that of others.
So
So the moral of the story is don't be a dick.
so in the Jerk Lake version, he would have definitely broken the thread.
Yeah, this is where Jerklink's story ends.
Yeah, I think I remember reading about that once.
Yeah.
A while ago, probably closer to like when the game came out. But yeah, I remember reading about that. It's interesting that they actually pull from it's kind of like Japanese folklore, I guess, or is it like just an old
I think
story?
what makes it interesting is that it's not really folklore. It's a story from the 1930s, so that's not.
It's almost like Japanese history then.
I suppose. Yeah, but
Well, it's not. It can't be historical because it's not real.
no. Look at that cool idol.
That is very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a children's story, I think. So
Oh, what a happy children's story
yeah,
about a man trying to escape hell.
yeah, and like hell, I guess in Buddhism, or at least in this story, it's just like a giant puddle of blood.
Like that puddle back there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Puddle of horrible purple cursed blood. I don't like that at all.
I like how and the thing we're kind of inside right now sort of looks a bit like a Buddha.
Yeah, that's definitely what they were trying to go for.
I like how the Buddha foot crushed all the, the
Yeah.
zombies.
So yeah, I think it's cool, and it definitely lends like an air of inspiredness to this dungeon. So I
Yeah.
hope they do that sort of thing more often in future Zelda games. Also, this is the fucking easiest
Yeah, it's so easy.
end of the dungeon puzzle ever, but it does look nice in the end.
it's like Link just like looked at the bottom and was like, oh, that's nice. Oh, it fits.
Yeah.
He was checking for a date. He was gonna sell it. He was gonna go antiquing.
He was carbon dating this rock.
Yeah. It's like, huh, I wonder how much I could get there. Oh, yeah. Well, there it goes.
But you mean he accidentally put it into the hole?
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, I ain't getting rich tonight.
No. Back to cutting grass to get rupees.
God. You can't even walk around and do it at the same time.
Nope. That was the best thing about Twilight Princess.
That was really nice.
And I was so sad when they took it out.
Yeah.
And they'll probably won't even put it back in for Zelda U.
I like that the bottom door is the Buddha's goatee.
I like that the Buddha's now got like a really long neck.
Yeah.
I'm a giraffe, Link.
Classic Buddhist verse.
Giraffes are nice, be kind to them and they'll be kind to you.
Yeah.
A Buddha said that once. I'm not making that up.
This is Kolok, and this is like the coolest boss in the whole game. It doesn't start off all that great though. He only has like 2 real attacks at first. He could throw these little circular blades at you, and he does it more often than I'd like him to do. Because his other attack, he slams down his arm.
And you pull his arm off.
Yeah. And that's the only way to make the fight go on. So when he does like the circular blade thing, it's like, come on.
Yeah.
No time for that. And then his heart is exposed, but you gotta be careful because he also does that when you get too close to him. He does that even before like his heart is exposed.
He's kind of fucked up, but you just kind of run up to him and cut on his heart.
Yeah. It's a really strong heart though, it's still going.
Yeah.
Koloktos is a super long boss too.
Yeah, I remember that about it.
Yeah, because it has, you basically do the exact same phase again. Oh, and also, if he slams his arm into the ground and then you walk too far backwards, he immediately pulls it back up.
Of course.
Yeah. No time to be wasted, except when he decides to just not do anything.
Yeah. He's just thinking about it.
Yeah. Like, should I attack him with the attack where he can't do anything to me?
Or should I do the other attack where he can do everything to me?
Where he pulls my arms off, god damn it. And now the real fight begins. But he still has the same attack where he slams his arm into the ground, except this time it's way cooler. Because after you take off his arms,
Oh.
you can fucking pick up a sword.
Yeah.
And then he slams his arms down again. You don't even have to whip him this time. Just cut that shit off. And then just cut his legs off too. Just go to town on his stupid heart cage.
This is Link's permanent sword now. He's like, oh fuck the other one,
Yeah.
it's even this one. Just need to find a sheath big enough.
Oh man.
Fine. I'm sure the repairman will make me one.
So in this phase, Kolok gets a couple new attacks. This is one of them. This one's actually a little annoying to avoid if you're trying to like target him, because he's just slightly faster than you when you're walking backwards. But you can just walk away from him and then run around the arena.
That seriously fucks with my my Zelda headcanon, because it's supposed to be that Link walks faster backwards than he does forward.
I know, right?
That's messed up.
And then he also just did his last attack where he spawns a couple of cursed bokoblins. Although, curiously enough, those ones do just die when you hit them a couple times.
Yeah, probably because like they don't want you to be wasting time doing the finishing move on them all the time. That'd be annoying.
And you don't even have to cut off all his arms. You can just cut away his legs, and then right away you get access to his heart. So, in a lot of ways, Kolok is similar to certain bosses from Wind Waker in that you get to fight them with their weapons.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it kind of does throw a parallel to Wind Waker.
Yeah, but then, like, some sources say that this dungeon and this boss were cut from Wind Waker.
Oh.
And then others say that they were originally from Twilight Princess. So I don't know, but I just like to believe that it was just originally made for this game.
Maybe it was like... Because Twilight Princess uses a lot of Wind Waker assets, right?
That's right, yeah.
So maybe it's like a weird in-between thing. Maybe it's like they planned it for Wind Waker, but then they didn't have time to like do it, and then they like actually made it for Twilight Princess, and then they didn't have time to implement it.
There are a couple of dungeons that were originally supposed to be in Wind Waker, and that they put in Twilight Princess instead.
Yeah.
So we can leave right now, but you know what? I think we're gonna take one of these swords with us. Like, they're way better than the ones we got, let's be honest.
There we go. Let's...
Oh.
No. Come on.
Can't open the door and take the big sword with us at the same time.
Link wants to be cool, just like his hero, Cloud Strife.
That's right.
Why does Cloud carry that stupid huge sword around with him everywhere? Doesn't make any sense. It's so heavy.
Why does it have bandages around it?
Necessari para isso.